One of my favorite things for dessert is something on the tart side. Passion fruit, lemon, lime, all sorts of flavors like that make me really happy. Something on, something to break things up a little bit, stay nice and fresh and bright. So we're gonna do a lemon goat cheesecake. So good. A little berry compote on top, and we're gonna do a brewer's malt crumble kind of base crust. We're gonna take the berries into the oven right now to create the compote. About 2 cups of mixed berries, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries in this case. A little bit of cornstarch, about a tablespoon, and then about a tablespoon of sugar. We're going in the oven, 375 degrees for about 20 minutes. Gonna let that bubble and boil. Take it into the fridge, let it think about what it's done, rest, and it comes out as this jammy, gorgeous little topping. It's gonna be so good. And here we go to put together our little mixture here. We have about 8 ounces of goat cheese. We're zesting in some really nice lemon zest right here. I like to probably take about 2 whole lemons and just zest all the goodness in there. That's gonna create some really intense flavor and be extra delicious. We're gonna take the juice from those 2 lemons and add, I like to kind of squeeze up, cut side up so you don't get as many seeds. Boom. And maybe strain through my fingers. It's another way to kind of keep the seeds from getting in there. Boom. All right. We're going to take our spatula and just kind of bring this into, work all that juice into that mixture, kind of loosen that goat cheese mixture up. Nice and brought together, loosened up, all that juice is worked in there, all that lemon. We're gonna add a little bit of black pepper. I like to add these little bits of savory bite, spice, and things like that, just to kind of break up the sweetness, break up some of the tartness. We're doing about 2 teaspoons of black pepper in there. Gonna add these little nuggets of spice, so good. Okay, we have that. We whipped together about a cup of cream. Whip that up real nice. That's gonna keep this cheesecake nice and fluffy. We're doing this as a no-bake cheesecake. Nice and easy. Super, super doable. Mixing that all up. We have lots of lemon that I'm smelling. It's gonna be so good. That goat cheese is gonna keep things nice and tart. We brought that together as a nice little mixture. It has become one. And then we're going to take this into a piping bag. Boom, all together, good to go, nice and fluffy, lots of lemon. We're going to take this into a piping bag or a Ziploc bag that we're going to end up piping into these beautiful little containers, various containers. We can put it in a pie shell, all sorts of stuff, but we are going to take this into individual little bites. So it's going to go into a piping bag. If you put it into a Ziploc bag, you're just going to kind of cut the corner and pipe it into your little containers. Brewer's malt crust. Taking 3 or 4 graham crackers, mush those all up. I have about a cup of 2-row malt that's been ground in my coffee grinder. Some of the grain husks are going to be in there, but they're really fine, but they'll add some interesting texture with these little bites in your mouth. All right, and then I have about half a stick of butter that's been melted. We're going to bring this mixture together. Boom, boom, boom. Melted butter. We got our crust right here, you guys. Good to go. I'm going to take this into a couple different containers. Let me show you. So I'm going into a little jar. You can put a top on. Give this as a little gift to someone. How cute would that be? All right, we got some already done. Chilled up, looking good. Some cool containers right here. I'm stoked on it. I'm going to take my filling, boom, and just kind of pipe my cheesecake in there. Boom, just perfect. Pipe that in, nice. I'm going to go nuts in a wine glass. That's going to be a really cool bite. Cool way to finish an already done dessert for a little house party. Super fun. So you just gotta pat that down so it gets nice and even. Let those chill in the fridge for about an hour or so. We are almost done. We've taken our compote out of the fridge. These have chilled for about 4 hours, so the cheesecake's gonna be nice and solid. It's gonna feel like cheesecake more that way. That brewer's malt crust is set. It's gonna be some really nice texture as you get down and dig into this thing. We're gonna take a little bit of lemon zest, just kind of garnish that on top to remind you what you're eating. And we have our brewer's malt crust, lemon goat cheesecake, berry compote, a little bit of lemon zest, going with glitzing lamb from Epic Brewing, a beautiful raspberry Berliner, and a really nice finish to this dinner. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for being with me.